Lesson 5. In today's video, we are going to be introducing mathematics. I have done in the past about the introduction of biology, and I did some mathematics ahead of time, but I wanted to share with you the basics of mathematics. It is very much important to understand the foundation of something before you start to build yourself up in that subject that you are trying to build yourself up in. So which is why we need to take a look at the fundamentals of mathematics. What is mathematics and certain processes you need to follow. That is why in this video we are going to be looking at these few things. So among the things that we are going to be looking at, the first thing we are going to be doing is understanding the meaning and importance of mathematics. You need to know what is mathematics and why does it apply to us, why is it important to us. And later on we will look at some mathematical languages and symbols that are common to you and some you may not know. But just know that these symbols are important. You need to understand them. So stick around to reach this party and you will understand. And of course, let's not forget the order of operation, BODMAS. Mathematics has a certain order in which we follow as we are answering. So some of you don't actually know about this order of operation. This video will explain everything you need to know. So let's begin by first understanding the meaning and importance of mathematics. So here is the meaning and importance of mathematics. So what is mathematics exactly? Shapes, patterns, and relationships. So it involves logical reasoning, problem solving, and the use of symbols to represent ideas. So mathematics, think of it as just understanding numbers. Mathematics occurs in everyday life. You see, when you are trying to buy something from a shop and then you calculate the change, you are doing mathematics. You know mathematics. When you try to understand the shape of something, you are doing mathematics. So mathematics is just how understanding numbers, some quantities and relationships there. So by relationship I mean that how things relate to each other. I don't mean about your relationships. I'm just talking about how things work in common. You understand, right? So mathematics help us to understand in that field. So it involves logical reasoning. What do I mean by logical reasoning? You think of something without based on fact, if I could say. You are thinking of something proven, you see. That is mathematics. The other one is problem solving. You'll be able to solve certain problems once you understand mathematics, which is why you need to know these things. So how does mathematics impact our lives? How does mathematics actually work? So here is what we learn from mathematics. Number one, it is think logically. What do I mean by think logically? When you understand mathematics, you become critical. Like, you don't judge things based on sight, but see proven facts. Hope that is reasoning with you. The other one, Nia Pasway, solve problems accurately. What do I mean by solve problems accurately? Like, mathematics is okay. There's a reason why mathematics is my favorite subject. It's mostly because even when you are answering something, you can actually see that it is wrong. What you are doing is wrong. It's not the correct order. Mathematics, once you understand mathematics, you have that sense of solving problems accurately. So it helps us in terms of solving problems accurately. The other one, it is make decisions based on facts. Like, you don't just believe certain things, you make decisions based on facts on a science level. Like, if someone presented to you a bucket of water and then they said that this is this much liters, you will try to prove it because you understand this field of mathematics. You understand, right? So now that we've reached this far, let's try to understand the importance of mathematics. Why is mathematics important, or rather, why must you learn mathematics? So number one, it is mathematics help because develops logical and critical thinking. So when you know mathematics, your mind, you are able to actually think faster than you were, if I could say. Mwakula tontonkanya fast. You'll be thinking very fast. So mathematics help us in that field. And the second one we are going to, it is like, as I've already talked about this previously, in accuracy, you don't just look at something and state that that is how it is, but the points that you prove are very assured and precision. Like, the way you see something, it is improved the moment you start learning mathematics. What about this one? Also is used in almost every career. No matter which field that you will end up in, or the field that you have chosen, mathematics will be included in that field. Whether you choose to do nursing, whether you choose to do architecture, whether you choose to do farming, yes, even farming, mathematics is there. So every career that you could possibly think of, mathematics is included. That is why it is not an option but a compulsory, because no matter which field you are going to end up in, they are going to require you to be a critical thinker. You understand? So yes, these are just some of the importance of mathematics. There are more, but these are just the ones that we are going to talk about in this video because of time. And then let's talk about the language of mathematics, or the symbols of mathematics. And mathematics has certain symbols that we follow, and I'm sure you can already recognize some of them, as this one, the plus, minus, times, division, equal sign. But in mathematics, there are terms we use. The plus sign, it is addition. The minus sign, subtraction. The times, it is multiplication. Divide, division. These are the words that you are going to be hearing almost all the time, because you've decided to embark in this journey. And then the equal to sign, the not equal to sign, these are signs that you are common with, right? But there's also this one, the greater than, the less than, the greater than or equal to, the less than or equal to, and the pi. So these are signs that you are going to be seeing mostly. And guys, I hope you have subscribed to the channel, because I will be posting past paper questions. Kylie, there's a field where I'm going step by step to help people who've never done mathematics, and for the people that are going to be writing the exams, I'm going to be doing exam questions. So this is just for people who are beginner to this kind of field. There are more symbols, but these are just some of them that you are going to be hearing almost all the time in mathematics, since you've chosen this field. So now that we've looked at the symbols and language of mathematics, let's talk about the order, the order of operation. How do you operate in mathematics? This is the most important thing I'm going to talk about, because a lot of people get it wrong on this field. So if you want to be good at mathematics, This you need to pay attention to. Why do you need to pay attention to this? So here, take a look at this one. BODMAS. BODMAS stand for, the B stand for brackets or orders. Okay, by brackets meaning you first start by completing everything that is inside the bracket. Like if you are given figures that are inside the bracket, you start with them before you start going outside. And then order, if maybe what is in the bracket is numbers with a square root, cube root, and the square powers and all that, you need to do them seconds. That is the correct order of answering these questions. And after you've done all this, the next part, it is D, which is the division. You divide. After division, you multiply. After multiplying, you add. Addition. After addition, you do subtraction. I hope I'm not losing anyone on this field. This is the order of answering mathematics. You first begin by answering what is in the bracket, and if what is in the bracket may or may not have these like powers and division, if it has, you answer them next. After doing this, completing this, if in your question there's a division sign, you solve first for the dividing sign, and after the dividing side, what comes next is multiplication. You multiply times, and then after multiplying, you add, and then after adding, subtraction comes last. So just keep in mind that subtraction comes in last. So make sure that these are the things that you'll be following. And guys, do not panic in mathematics. Just stick to your level. Stick to how you work with things. Don't rush into things too quickly. So let's try to look at an example. And you see this example, and we have 6 plus 2 times open bracket 5 minus 3 close bracket, right? So do you remember the BODMAS rule? We first start by solving what is in the bracket, and so which is to say that we subtract this 5 minus 3. So what is 5 minus 3? It is what? Yes, if you said 2, that is the correct answer. The 5 minus 3, it is 2. So you end up with something like so. So you will end up with the 2, which will in 10. So once you have 2, you start by multiplying here. So 2 by, so now 2 by 2, it is 4. Do you understand why we are multiplying? We solve what was in the bracket. The next one, it is the multiplication, because there is no order and the division. So we go directly to multiplication. So we say 2 times 2, which is what? 4. I hope you guys are following along. I'm not losing anyone, right? So if you are following along, let's go to the next part. So now what we do next here is this. We add, because that is the last one. So it is 6 plus 4, which is 10, right? So in short, you will end up with 10 as the final answer. So anyway guys, that is what I had for you in this video. I really hope you found this video entertaining, and if there's anything that I can improve in this video, I would really appreciate it if you comment it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, and if you want to become part of the BrainSync 5 movement, please subscribe to the journey, because I'm going to need you people in order to grow this channel. But before you go, I would really appreciate it if you do these following questions. 12 plus 6 divided by 2 times 3 minus 4, minus 6 close bracket divided by 3 plus 52. The next one, it is 50 minus open brackets 10 plus c open bracket 3 times 4 close brackets. Just these guys. So thank you very much for sticking around to the end of this video.